In the morning, there were a lot more of those yellow root veggies ready to harvest. I still didn't know what they were, but that hardly mattered. They brought in money. Made a path to the pond, so it was easier to fill my watering can. And then, as I was leaving the farm, I saw that the plump lady had left a bowl for the cat. The cat seemed healthy enough, a regular farm cat. I'm sure he got plenty of food catching mice and whatnot. But I poured him some water, and then laughed at myself, because here I was pouring pond water for him when he probably drank out of the pond anyway. En route to the northern lake, I ran across the camping guy. Me gusta estar solo, ¿sabes? No necesito nuevos amigos. As an introvert, I could appreciate that. Other people could certainly be a bother, and if he wanted to be left alone, I wasn't going to push it. Even so, he did come to watch me fish and made some sympathetic noises when I failed to catch anything more than algae. So I figured that wasn't the last word on our possible friendship. Heading into town, I ran across a couple of kids. The boys said a cheerful hello, while the girls stared straight ahead and walked stiffly by, pointedly ignoring me. Given that, and my low skill with Spanish, I decided not to approach them just yet. At the store, I sold the fat carrot things, along with a couple of items I picked up in the woods, and then bought a bunch of seeds. The purple-haired girl was in the shop. She seemed happier today. Something about the fresh air from the mountain being nice on a day like this. I was fairly confident that I'd gotten the gist of it, at least. As I was leaving the shop, I saw a wrinkled old lady with carefully bundled gray hair. She said I could call her Abuelita, Granny. I wasn't sure how to feel about that, and moved on. In the square, I met a couple of ladies. They seemed delighted to meet me. One mentioned that this was a very tranquil town, and while I was mulling that phrase over, I pictured the community calendar and something clicked. It was Sunday. Somehow I'd spent nearly a week in this valley, without even realizing how much time had gone by. A tranquil town indeed, because nobody ever left. Nobody had anything to compare it to. From childhood to old age, people lived their whole lives in this small valley, in tune with the passing of the seasons. Maybe that was why they weren't in a hurry to fix the bus. No wonder a new face in town was such a treat for them. I found the thought disturbing for a while. But then, really, was it all that bad? Sure, there was more to do in the city, and more things to see if you traveled around, but the people here lived good lives, as near as I could tell. I just wasn't sure if that was the sort of life I wanted for me.